What's up guys? Today we're going to be talking about 3 easy ways that you can automate your smart home office. Smart lights and sensors and NFC tags and of course HomeKit. Work smarter and enjoy it a little bit more. So let's go! Yo, what's going on guys? Thanks for joining me today. For those new here, my name is Shane, and on this channel we're building an easy smart home using HomeKit. So if that's something you're into, be sure to subscribe, click the bell icon so you don't miss out when I post new HomeKit videos every week right here. So I, like probably many of you, are now working from home indefinitely. And that has got me kind of redoing this home office YouTube studio area that I got here and thinking about creative ways that I can incorporate HomeKit and automations. Now I'm not going to go into details on how to create each one of these automations, but I'm going to give you a lot of examples and hopefully just give you some ideas on how you can incorporate some of this stuff in your home office. Now the first thing we're going to talk about is just smart lighting. It's kind of the first thing you would think about. There's a lot of things you can do here. One thing I like to do is I have a sensor on my door. When I open the door for the first time between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. for example, turn on all my desk lights and get the lighting in my office to come on automatically the way I want it. Just having that in the morning when I open up the door, everything comes on the way I like it right to begin. It's just a great way to kind of start the work day and just kind of hit the ground running. So I really like that automation there. Another great automation is actually something we discussed in last week's video. I did show how to go through these steps, but that's just creating flashing light alerts. So my favorite one, for example, is flashing my desk light or my lamp when the doorbell rings. This is really cool in case you can't hear the doorbell. You can of course use these for different sensors. You know, if somebody opens the garage or unlocks the front door, you can flash your lights. That's a cool way to incorporate these lighting automations in your office. Another really cool one and easy to do is just to change your lighting setup based on the time of day. Now I've got experience with this. Before I moved my office up here, my office area was more close to a common area of the house, and it's kind of hard to separate, you know, when it's time to stop working and start, you know, relaxing with the family or whatever. So something you can do is just, for example, set your lights to change from those kind of bright colors or whatever during the day to something more relaxed, or just change altogether, you know, say at 5 o'clock, just to let you know, okay, it's 5 o'clock, time to stop working, time to grab a beer and go relax. Now another lighting automation that I just started doing that I think is really cool is creating a busy light right outside of your office. So this is something you would do if you have other family members in the house or whatever. You can create an automation that will turn any colored bulb to a different color right outside of your office to let them know that maybe you're in a video conference or recording YouTube videos or whatever you might be doing. This will let the kids know, the spouse know, whoever, I'm in the middle of something, don't come in. One thing I like to do is just toggle this with a HomeKit smart button, and you can, you know, 1 tap to turn it red, lets everybody know stay away, 2 taps to turn it green. You know, you might still want to have your door shut or whatever, that way you can concentrate, but that lets everybody know they can still come in. It's green, it's good to go. I'm using the night light on the Akara hub right outside my office, but you can do this with any colored HomeKit light bulb. Just change the colors to let people know what you're doing. So those are some cool ways you can incorporate lighting into your home office. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is temperature. You're working from home all day long. You want it to be comfortable. As I mentioned before here, this room is actually a room above the garage, so the temperature can vary a little bit from the rest of the house. So you can get these little cheap temperature humidity sensors. Akara makes them. There's different kinds. And just have them in different rooms and basically create an automation that says, if it gets too hot, turn on the box fan for an hour, only if I'm home. Okay, did you get that? So you can set those kind of parameters to only happen, say, when you're home. It'll cut off after an hour. Of course, you can do the opposite of that. If your room gets too cold, you can have a space heater that cuts on for an hour, only if you're home. Now, if you have a smart thermostat, of course, you can take advantage of a lot of those features. I actually have an Ecobee thermostat, which has room sensors that you can buy and you can put throughout your house. It'll actually heat and cool the house based on which rooms you specify. Of course, there's comfort settings for like work and sleep that you can specify. There's a follow me feature that's really cool. So it uses these room sensors to determine which rooms are being occupied. So if you have one in your office, it'll know that you're in your office, and then it can kind of prioritize that room over the other ones, for example. Of course, with these smart thermostats, you can set automation that says, every weekday set the target temperature to, 73 degrees at 6:30 in the morning. Stuff like that. You can use humidifiers connected to smart outlets that come on. I actually really like the VocalLink Flower Bud. That's a pretty cool product. It's an oil diffuser, but you kind of regulate the humidity of the room with something like that. Now, I don't have one in my office yet, but that would be a nice addition to a home office. Or you can just use any oil diffuser or humidifier, dehumidifier, whatever it is you like, connected to a smart outlet. And that brings us to the next one, which is NFC tags. Now, NFC tags are really awesome. I haven't talked about these in quite a while on here. You can essentially use these to control just about anything. Of course, you can use these to control your HomeKit accessories, put NFC tags anywhere really, but say you put one on your desk, and you can use that to control a lot of these other automations we've already talked about. For example, you can just use your phone to tap that NFC tag to turn on all your desk lights in the morning if you want to go that route. You tap it again in the evening to turn everything off on your way out the door. You can tap an NFC tag to change the color of that status light that we were talking about earlier, for example. And really, you can just use NFC tags to automate any of your kind of everyday tasks through shortcuts. Something that I just started doing that I really like is using an NFC tag on my desk to just to tap it when I want to start time management or tracking my time. So this is great, if you work for multiple clients, or maybe if you have to keep track of your time for whatever reason, you can tap the NFC tag to start tracking your time. You can tap the same NFC tag to stop tracking your time. Really easy, without having to open up spreadsheets or timesheets or anything like that. Just allow you to tap this and get right away into working. So that's something cool that I just started doing. You can also use these for all kinds of stuff if you use reminders a lot, or calendar stuff. Anything you can do with shortcuts, you can kind of build into these NFC tags, and are a great way to really automate and make yourself extremely efficient when you're working at home. If you like to listen to music on your HomePod or whatever, you can put one by your HomePod, and you can just tap it to start playing your favorite office playlist or whatever. Keep one by your desk, tap on it to automatically connect your phone to your AirPods. The list goes on with the things you can do with NFC tags and shortcuts. Now for a little bonus tip, something that I like to do. So you can, of course, use the Home app on your Apple computer when you're working or whatever. Something I like to do is keep my HomeKit accessories and everything on display with my iPad close by, off to the side on my desk. And that way I can easily control any of the accessories if I want to. I can actually look at my cameras. So this is a great way to kind of keep an eye on the rest of your house. If somebody's at your front door, or if you have kids throughout the house, you can kind of keep everything at a glance right there really easily. You can also use Siri and just say, "Hey Siri, show me the front door," or "Hey Siri, show me the camera in the garage." It'll automatically show you that display on the iPad. So that's a really cool thing to have close by while you're working at your desk. So those are some of the easy, cool ways you can automate your home office just to be a little bit more productive and make it a little bit more enjoyable. Do some cool stuff with the lights. There's a lot of options and possibilities there, especially if you get creative. Use those temperature automations just to make it comfortable and enjoyable throughout the day. And of course, those NFC tags and shortcuts can just really make things easy and help you to be even more productive while you're working from home. Now, as I said, we didn't go through step by step on how to do all these automations. If there's anything in here you'd like to see specifically, feel free to drop a comment down below, and maybe we'll make a future video out of that. If you guys have any cool automations or ideas that you're doing at your home office, please share that down below so we all can kind of learn from each other. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, go ahead and find me on Instagram. I'm posting a lot of behind the scenes stuff in my stories there, as I'm setting up these products. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That does help me out and helps other people find these videos. Of course, if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe, click the bell icon and choose always, because that's the only way YouTube will actually notify you when I post these new HomeKit videos every week. And for all you guys who have subscribed already, thanks so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me. I hope all you guys are doing great out there, staying well, staying healthy. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, we'll see y'all later.